Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in today. Before we get started, I'm going to leave our fitness disclaimer up on the screen. If you disagree with any of these statements, please do not continue any further. We're all at different levels when it comes to fitness, so if you do decide to continue with this video, please work out to your own comfort level, and if there is any pain associated with any movement, stop immediately. With that being said, I will leave this on the screen for another couple of seconds, and then we'll get started. Hi everyone, my name is Jeremy Stewart and I'm the Nutrition and Health Outreach Educator for Cornell Wellness. Thank you for tuning in today for our first edition of Make It Happen Monday. On Mondays, coming out of the weekend, it can be difficult to find that extra motivation to get you moving. So we're going to do our part as Cornell Wellness to help you get that motivation to get your day started on Monday. So make sure you tune in every Monday. We'll have something in the area. We'll have a video in the areas of fitness, nutrition, and general health to help kickstart your week in a healthy way. So today we're going to be talking about how you can create your own exercise routine at your house with little equipment. So in order to do that, we must first understand the seven functional fitness movements. Okay, so these movements are going to be a push, a pull, a hip hinge, a bend and lift, a single leg dominant exercise, a rotational exercise, and something that's locomotive. All right, so that's all well and good, us knowing those seven functional movements, but how can I put those together to create a workout? All right, so the way we're going to do it today, we're going to do it in timed intervals. So based off your experience in exercise will depend on what intervals you're going to want to work in. So today, based on my level of fitness, I've been involved with exercise programs for about 15 years. So my exercise intervals might be a little bit different than yours. So we're going to do Tabata today. So it's 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Okay, so if I didn't have much experience with exercise and I really wanted to slow that pace down, I would want to do something that's do more of a work to rest ratio that's more of a 1-to-1. So like 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Okay, so let's get started with our workout today. So starting with the first movement, all right, is going to be our push movement. All right, so today we're going to do a push-up. Okay, so a push-up, what I'm going to do is lots of ways you can do it. So the first, we'll show a regular push-up. So you're going to start with your hands right outside your chest. Okay, you're going to push those feet back so they're on the floor. My hands are stacked right underneath my shoulders. My back is nice and straight. I don't want my butt up in the air like this, and I don't want to be sunk down to the floor like this. I want my back nice and straight, so if someone were to set a glass of water on it, it's not going to move. I'm going to lower myself down to the floor, keeping my elbows in, and then I'm going to press up, okay? All right. Another option for the push-up, we could do a modified push-up where, again, we're going to be on our knees. Okay, again, we want to keep that back nice and straight. My hands are stacked right underneath my shoulders. I'm lowering myself down, and then I'm pressing up. Okay? And if that's difficult for you, you can get yourself up elevated, all right, on a wall like this. Okay, and again, keeping the back straight, lowering myself down, and pressing up. Okay? So that's going to be our push movement. The next one is going to be our pull movement. And for our pull movement, all I'm going to do is I'm going to have a band. Okay, I'm going to seat myself on the floor. I want to keep my chest up nice and tall. I don't want to be leaning over like this. With any pulling exercise, all right, we're really working those back muscles, all right, which tend to hold up our posture. So doing pull exercise is a great opportunity to really pull those scapula back in alignment and help out your posture, all right? So again, we're gonna keep our back nice and straight. We're gonna keep our arms nice and long. All right, and we're gonna pull in to our chest. Okay? Whenever we're doing anything with the bands, make sure you put the bands in the middle of your feet. You don't want to have them dangling up at the top because, again, if I pull, I'm going to smack myself in the face. We don't want to do that, right? So we're going to keep the band right in the middle of our feet. All right, keep our arms nice and long, and then we're going to pull right into our chest. Okay? Perfect. All right, the next exercise we're going to do is our hip hinge. Okay, so for our hip hinge today, we're going to do a glute bridge. All right, so for a glute bridge, I'm going to lie on my back. I'm going to bring my feet right up next to my butt. Again, lying on my back. And then all I'm going to do from here is I'm just going to press my heels into the floor and elevate my hips. And then I lower myself down and I press back up. With this one, I really want to focus on the glutes and the hamstrings and maybe a little bit of lower back there as well. Okay? All right, the next one we're gonna do is we're gonna do a rotational movement. Okay, so for our rotational movement, we're gonna be working core. All right, so we're gonna do a Russian twist today. So there's a couple ways you can do this. All right, the first one, if you wanna try, this is gonna be a little bit easier, is just placing your feet on the floor. You're gonna lean back a little bit, all right? Again, keeping that back nice and straight, and all you're gonna do is rotate from side to side, touching the floor. Okay. One way you can make it more difficult is by lifting your legs. You can keep your legs uncrossed or you can cross them. I like to cross them. All right. And again, you just rotate from side to side. Okay. The next exercise I'm going to demonstrate is our bend and lift. So for this, we're going to do a body squat. So forgive me, you're probably not going to be able to see my face, but the most important thing is to see my bottom half. All right, and then when I go down into my squat, watch my posture. So I'm going to get my feet about slightly wider than shoulder width apart, okay? And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hinge back at my hips. I'm going to sit down on my heels. All right, I'm going to keep my back nice and straight. My weight is on my heels, and then I'm standing up. Okay, again with this one, making sure you're keeping your weight firm on your heels. All right, so you don't want to be so far on your heels where you're lifting those toes up. You're just keeping your feet firmly in the floor. All right, and being careful that you're not letting those knees go over the toes there. I'm pushing those hips back, and I'm sitting down on my heels. So the goal is to try to reach 90, but if it's too hard to get to 90, all right, maybe we just come here, okay? And if that's difficult, we can grab a chair and we can do a sit to stand. Okay? The next exercise I'm going to demonstrate is our single leg movement. All right, so again, for this one, the most important thing for you all to see is my lower half. Okay, so for the single leg dominant movement today, we're gonna do a reverse lunge. So whenever we're doing a lunge, we're gonna start with those feet right underneath our hips, okay? Feet right underneath the hips. I'm going to step back. All right, when I step back, I wanna step back far enough so when I drop my hips to the floor, my knee is staying right over my ankle. I'm going to step up, and then I'm going to switch my feet, okay? And again, as you can see, I'm going all the way to the floor and touching. I'm not banging it. I'm not banging my knee off the floor. As my coach used to say, tickle that knee off the turf, all right? So if that feels too hard for you though, all you can do is step back and just give yourself a slight little bend and then step up. And that's perfectly acceptable, okay? One other one you can try is just starting in that split position, okay? Again, notice how long I am here, and I'm dropping my hips to the floor and standing up, all right? And just make sure you work both sides if you do that one, okay? Our last exercise of the day is gonna be our locomotion, all right? And for my locomotion, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a burpee. Okay, so for my burpee, all right, I'll show you the most intense version and then I'll go down, okay? So a full burpee, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come down to the floor, all right? I'm gonna kick my feet out. I'm gonna let myself flop to the floor. I'm gonna hip into the floor to come back up. All right, I'm gonna bring my feet right outside my hands. Now I'm in a good jumping position, and then I'm up in the air. So I'm down, kick them out, up, and I'm in the air. The next one would just be to do a squat thrust. So we come down, same way. We kick our feet out. We don't go to the floor. We just bring our feet back up, and then we come up in the air. Okay? The next one I'll do, all right, you can come down, step back, step up. Again, bring my feet right outside my hands, good jumping position, I'm up in the air. All right? And then another option, again, we'll bring that chair back out, okay? Same thing. Come down to the chair, step back, step up in the air. Okay? All right, so before I take you through at least one round of that, we always want to make sure that we properly warm up before we exercise, okay? So what we're gonna do for our warm up today is we're going to do jumping jacks, okay? So we're gonna do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. We'll do 3 rounds of that, all right? And that will conclude our warm up. We'll go into our exercise routine. So we got push-ups, we got our seated band row, we got our Russian twist, we have our glute bridges, body squats, reverse lunges, and then our burpee. So one other thing that I when I'm working with people and they do an interval style workout, they're like, I hate trying to pay attention to the clock while I'm exercising. It's hard to get a workout in when you're doing that, especially if you're always paying attention to the clock. So the app that I use is called Seconds app. It's free. And if you have any questions on it, you can send me an email. I'll give you my contact information at the end of the recording today. Yeah, and so it's great. It's free. You can pay for a version of it. If you pay for the version, it just saves your timer. The free version, you just have to go in and recreate your timer every time, which, you know, is not a big deal to me. So, and I've done it for about 5 years. So Seconds app is a great app to use. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and set my timer and then we will get started and I'll show you what one round would look like. All right, so I'm gonna get my timer out. All right, so I don't know if you can see that, but that is Seconds app. All right, so I'm gonna add my hit timer. All right, we're gonna do 3 rounds of 30 seconds on and 30 seconds off. All right. And we're gonna give me time to get set up here. So I'm gonna put 10 seconds in there. All right. So here we go. All right, so my jumping jacks, I can do all the way up, all the way down, or I can just bring my arms up and step to the side. Again, sorry, my top half is cutting off, but get the idea, staying moving. All right, so that's my first 30 seconds. Okay, I'm gonna shake it out a little bit. Okay, I wanna make sure that I'm staying moving for these 30 seconds, okay, that I'm not just staying stagnant, okay? Maybe just keep my legs moving a little bit, do a little shadow boxing, whatever you gotta do, just keep yourself moving. All right, until my next one starts. Good, 20 more seconds. Last 10 seconds. All right. We got one more of our jumping jacks. All right, and then I will reset my timer for my 2010 Tabata. All right, and we'll get started with our 7 functional movements. Okay. All right, making sure I'm staying moving. All right, here we go. Last 30 seconds of our warm-up. Again, if you're starting to get tired here, just make sure you keep moving, all right? Perfectly acceptable jumping jack right here. Remember, the point is not to kill yourself during this. It's just our warm-up. Beautiful. All right, so that concludes our warm-up. Let's get started with our actual workout for the day. So I'm going to reset my timer. Okay, we're going to do 7 exercises. We're going to do 7 exercises, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Again, I'm going to give myself 10 seconds to get started here. My warm-up. All right, here we go. First one I have is push-ups. All right, remember, it's not a race, and we're looking to work out to our own intensity level, okay? And that's going to depend on where you're at in your fitness level. Beautiful. I'm going to stop there. I'm going to go right into my band rows. Beautiful. And I'm pulling in. Band rows, making sure my back's straight. From there, I'm going to go into my Russian twist. All right, I'm going to elevate my legs for this one, but remember, you can't keep your feet on the ground for this. Good. Again, if this is easy for you, you can add weight to this as well. We're not going to do that today. Good. We're going to go right from there into our glute bridges, our hip hinge of the day. Again, if you wanted to add weights for this, you could. I would just set them right on my hips and press up. Pressing through those heels, driving up. Perfect. From there, we're going to go into our bend and lift. Our body squats, remember those feet are staying firm in the floor, shoulder width apart. All right, not letting those knees go over the toes, keeping my back straight, chest and eyes up. Good. All right, we got a couple more. We got our reverse lunges next, our single leg exercise of the day. All right, again, stepping back, keeping that knee right over my ankle. All right, nice and straight line, keeping my torso up, nice and tall. Beautiful, almost there, almost there. Perfect, all right. Last one, we got our burpees, our locomotion. Oh, one more. Beautiful. All right. So from there, I can take, I don't know, about a minute, 2-minute rest, go through it one more time, go through it 2 more times, maybe even go through it 3 more times, whatever you're feeling. Make sure you try to build up to that. Don't just try to shoot for like going through 10 rounds of that your first time through. Right after you're done, you're gonna wanna go and bring yourself to a nice cool down. Okay, give your heart rate a chance to slow itself back down. You wanna stretch all major muscle groups, chest, back, arms, legs for about 30 to 60 seconds. If you like what you saw here today, please tune in to Carrie Johnson's live Facebook on the Cornell Wellness Facebook page. She'll be doing our Cornell Wellness hashtag Workout Wednesday. It'll be very similar. She'll be running off the 7 functional movements again, and she'll just give you a different spin, okay? Again, my name is Jeremy Stewart. I'm the Nutrition and Health Outreach Educator. I hope you enjoyed it today. Make sure you tune in next Monday for our Make It Happen Monday. My email address is jrs637@cornell.edu. Again, my email is jrs637@cornell.edu. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Take care, everyone. Make it happen Monday.